All right, now we're in the last chapter, and this is the last case for this semester. And it titled "E-commerce comes to the dashboard to the battle for the fourth screen." And before we dive into our main topic today, let's break down what we are going to learn. Think about the screens in your life, like your TV, your laptop, your smartphone. Now look at the screen and the modern car, like Tesla, and then the new car like Ford or Toyota. The screen is becoming just as important, and the companies are calling it the fourth screen. And because a huge battle has started over it, on one side you have car companies like Ford and then Volkswagen and Toyota, but on the other side you have tech giants like Google and Apple. They all are fighting for control of the screen. So our learning objective for these sessions are to understand two big things. First, why is this such a big fight? We'll look at how this simple screen has become a strategic battleground, and then what's so valuable about it that these huge companies are clashing. And second, what are the huge problems that need to be solved? It's not just about wins, and this battle raises serious question about control. Who gets to call the shots and data? What information is the car collecting about you? And yeah, the privacy, of course. How is that information used and protected? So by the end of this, you will understand the war for your dashboard and the major challenge that will decide the future of our car. And this is the case of the e-commerce comes to the dashboard, the battle for the fourth screen. You can read it first before we can explore and analyze this more. Here it comes. E-commerce comes to the dashboard, the battle for the fourth screen. Okay, let's see more. So let's talk about the idea of the fourth screen. Think about the screens you interact with every day, like TV, that was the first screen, and then came the computer, that is the second screen, and now we all carry the third screen in our pockets, that is the smartphone. So what's next? The fourth screen is on your car, the dashboard display. And why is it such a big deal? Because just like your phone, this screen is becoming a smart connected device. It's no longer just for showing your speed or the radio station. It's new battleground. The tech companies like Google or Apple wanted to run their apps and services like maps or music. And the car companies like Ford and Volkswagen want to keep control and build their own system. So essentially, they are all fighting to turn your car's dashboard into a hub for entertainment, for information, and for shopping. It's integrating the digital world directly into your drive. So, what exactly is fighting over your car screen? It really boils down to two main teams. On one side, we have the tech giant, the Google. It's developing a system called Android Auto Platform. It's like bringing the Android experience from your phone right onto your car's screen. And then Apple, yeah, is doing the same with CarPlay system, which mirrors your iPhone's app onto the dashboard. And their goal is to make your car an extension of the smartphone you already use. And then on the other side, we have the traditional automakers, the Volkswagen. Volkswagen doesn't want to rely on Google or Apple. They are building their own dashboard system for their new electric cars, so they have full control. And then Ford is also developing its own custom system, but they are being a bit more flexible by still allowing you to project apps from your smartphone. So actually, it's a classic battle. The tech companies who are software expert versus the car manufacturers who have built the vehicle for over a century. They all want to be the one to define your driving experience. Okay, now let's talk about the biggest and most important challenge, the driver safety. Yeah, let's put it simple. The big worry is that these new high technology dashboard will distract the driver. When you're driving, your main job is to focus on the road. You need to keep your eyes up and your hands on the wheel. But if you're tapping a screen to find a song or a restaurant, your attention is divided, which is, yeah, of course, dangerous. So so the solution seems to be a voice command, just talking to your cars, but that has its own problems. If you're driving 70 miles per hour on the highway, it's noisy. The wind and road noise can make it hard for the system to understand you. And what if you're in an area with a bad cell signals? Your command might not go through or the system might freeze. So the number one rule is safety first. Any new features has to work without taking the driver's attention away from driving. And this is huge technical and design challenge for these companies. And let's look at the second major challenge, the privacy protection. Think about what your phone knows about you, your location, your habits, your music tastes. Now imagine your car knowing all of that, plus even more specific data like how you drive, where you go, and even how much fuel you have. And this slide shows us that the software in this new dashboard can collect a huge amount of personal data. This has started a big debate who gets to own and use this information. This is a special concern in Europe where laws about personal data are much stricter than in the US. And let's look at these two real life examples from the case from the Google. Okay, Google wanted fuel level data from Volkswagen cars, and this idea was that if your car was low on gas, it could automatically suggest and direct you to the gas station. The Volkswagen said no, they didn't want to share that data. And then the Google even asked BMW if they could use sensors to detect a passenger's weight to tell if it was an adult or a child. And this shows how personal the data collection could get. But the question is, how much should your car know about you? And then who should it share that information with? This is the battle over your privacy happening right inside your dashboard. Okay, so we have seen who's fighting and what's the challenge are. The final slide sums up what's really at stake, what the winner and losers in this battle will actually gain or lose. Okay, first of all, control of in-car digital experience. This is about who gets to design the face of your dashboard. Will it look and feel like an Apple product or a Google product or a Ford product? The winner gets to shape your entire driving experience. And then access to valuable driver behavior data. This is the hidden treasure. We're talking about data on how you drive, your route, your speed, your braking habits. This data is incredibly valuable for selling services, targeting ads, and improving products. And then a new platform for services and e-commerce. The dashboard is the next place for app and shopping. Imagine ordering and paying for your coffee or your gas straight from your car screen. The company that controls the platform gets a cut of that commerce. And then the balance between innovation and safety. This is a huge one. There's a tightrope to walk, and the companies want to add the cool new features, but they cannot make the car less safe. And the winner will be the one who can innovate without causing a distracted driving. And the last one, to protect the user privacy while enabling the features. And finally, there's a constant trade-off. To get helpful features like your car, such as in a gas station, you have to share data like your fuel level. The winner will be the one who can protect your privacy while still giving you the useful tools. So, as you can see, this is just not about screen. It's about control, it's about data, money, and then safety and privacy. All the big things that define our digital world today. Okay, so we have a summary to wrap up. Let's bring it all together. This summary will wraps up our entire discussion about the fourth screen. The car dashboard are the new frontier for the tech innovation. Think of them like the wild west of the technology right now. It's mostly untapped space where everyone is rushing to stake their claim. And it's major competition between tech company and automakers. On one side, you have tech giants like Google and Apple. On the other side, it's the traditional car companies like Ford and Volkswagen. They all want to be the one to provide the software and services for your car. And the next one, safety concern must be addressed for the widespread of adoption. Safety is non-negotiable. No matter how cool the features are, they cannot distract the driver. If the technology is not safe, people will not use it, and the government will not allow it, right? Privacy protection is critical, especially in European market. Yeah, privacy is a deal breaker. This is especially true in Europe. Your car will know a lot about you, and how companies handle their data is a huge issue. Companies that fail to protect privacy will lose the trust of their customers, and the winner will control a major platform for the future services. Yeah. The stakes are incredibly high, and ultimately, the winner of these battles gets to control a major new platform, the dashboard. This means they get to set the rules, they make money from apps and services, and shape the future of driving for years to come. So, in a nutshell, your car's screen is about to become as important as your phone screen, and a huge battle is underway to decide who controls it. All right, that's all the case 10 from the chapter 10, and you have upcoming presentation to prepare with. Good luck on preparing, and good luck as well for your final exam. Okay, see you.